So Folkwax, it's time for another sketchbook tour. I started this book back in earlier this year, probably like March or April, and I finished it around the summertime. So let's just dive right in because I really don't want my sketchbook tours to be super duper long. So I'm just yeah. But first, I wanted to go over the cover because I really love it. I did do a decoration video, or I didn't record anything, but I made it like fairy tale themed. I really love making my covers all like cutesy or all over the place and aesthetic because, you know, look, I'm one of those people that really likes my sketchbooks being very aesthetic, okay? I'm one of those people. I'm a Pinterest girly when it comes to sketchbooks. I will go all out with aesthetics. Like you see here and here, aesthetic. These are old pictures, by the way. They're both from like, I don't know, like 2020 or something like that. Actually, this is probably from like 2018 or 2019. So this is just some sticker stuff. This is my OC Toy House, which is more of a joke character that I really don't like to draw because she is very difficult to draw because of the head shape, which is a house. And it's a joke character because Toy House is basically like a personified version of the site Toy House, which basically is an OC storage site. You've toyed your last house. Oh yeah, and then there's some stickers. Just these are stuff I got from my anime club Halloween party from last year. More aesthetic. These are just stickers and stick figure stuff that I cut out from my notes for like doodles and stuff, and I like to put them in my sketchbooks. Oh yes, this is Till from this thing from the Voof's server, which is like the Vivinos unofficial server or something like that, where it's like stuff for like Vivinos's like series and all that, like Alien Stage. And this is Till. This is like some sort of like art prompt thing, and this was like, I forget what this first one was, and then there's Furry Till or something like that, and Cat Made Till, who's become a meme because it's official, because Vivinos actually drew Cat Made Till, so it's a thing, it's canon. These are just doodles, Snooze It Bell, Never Love, and Never Love before they became Never Love. It was they were Love a Lot. I know, very weird names. This is a thingy for a class. It was like some exercise or something like that. Just, I don't know, stuff. Practicing with some art style thingy. This was an attempt at doing some sort of like collage short for like YouTube or whatever, but I hated it, so I ended up privating it, which kind of sucks, but you know. Okay, so I was like really briefly into Welcome Home, but then I kind of fell out of it because like the fandom was really weird, and I was just like, you know, I kind of felt bad for the creator and how everyone was treating the whole project, so I just kind of lost interest. So anyway, but at the time I drew like Josuke and Wally together because they had like pompadours, and I thought, oh, that would be cute, like haha, Welcome Home X JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, specifically part what was it, part 5? Oh no, it was like part 4. Yeah, because haha, weird neighborhood and stuff. I don't know, it was cute in the moment. Okay, I still do like Wally and like all the characters. I just I'm not really into like the whole fandom stuff. Yeah, and this is like the only other piece of fan art I ever made. It was this house shirt that had like a window for it, and I thought, oh yeah, that's cute, like matches the house on the home. Anyway, Hyuna! Yes, it's a doodle of Hyuna from Alien Stage. Everyone loves Hyuna because she's the best, even though she has like had no screen time. I cannot wait for the new episode to drop. I can't wait to see what her backstory is, because I need to know about what's going on with her. Anyway, these are some exercises for my class. We were just doing side views. This is not a side view. This is clearly a 3/4 view. I cheated. This is also not a side view. This is 3/4. And I guess this doesn't... It counts, I guess? I don't know. And then there's more. Except, see, this doesn't even count because it's facing the front. Anyway. This is just stick figure doodles of Philotea when he was younger. If you don't know who Philotea is, he's one of my OCs. Anyway, and this is a character for, I don't know if anyone really remembers that thing I mentioned on my last sketchbook tour where I had like these characters that I kept hidden. Well, I made it available to view on my toy house because I was like, I don't really feel like hiding this anymore. And yeah, sketches. Oh, it's Blue Birthday. I don't know why he's sad and holding IV bag balloons. This is for my class. I was making like collages for this zine project, and surprisingly, making a bunch of collages for like 12 collages is actually really hard. By the way, this is an old drawing, but it's Future Trunks of all people. And it's like this idea that I had for like a fantasy AU of Dragon Ball. I know that sounds weird, and that's basically Dragon Quest, but I was like, that sounds cool though. Like, if you really think about it, like, that would be really cool for an AU, but no one's, they're missing out. They could do like a Dragon Ball X Dragon Quest 8 crossover, but they're never gonna do it. And they should. Anyway, here's more of the collages I did. This is actually from some, I don't know, advertisement or letter thingy. My parents get a bunch of like those, magazines or whatever, and sometimes I just go through them and cut out stuff. I kind of like this one. I just don't like how the paper wrinkled. If the paper didn't wrinkle, I would have liked it a lot more. Poison for your brain. Yeah, again, all the paper wrinkled, unfortunately. Practicing with body shapes. This is a character, the idea that popped into my head. Their name is Conan. I don't know if they're gonna be like, I don't know, I just like the design. Sometimes I just get character designs that pop into my head and I draw them out. This is a Among Us sticker I got, and I just drew the characters in stick figure form, but they look terrible. Like, I'm so bad with proportions. More collage stuff. I like these two. These are nice. This is actually one of my favorite stick figure duos. Not of all time, but I just like this one just because of how his face looks. He's the Tooth Fairy. And then strawberries. This is like dark version of strawberry shortcake. More collages. These are not together. These are two different collages, but this one's overtaking this one because it's a bit larger. So yeah. Okay, this one's my favorite because she's just like great, and then the house is on fire. And then there's this one. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so this is Hisoka and Pulcella fuse, and the reason why is because, like, not because Pulcella is like Hisoka in the way that he's like a creep, but he just, his whole, like, you know how Hisoka's whole thing is that he's kind of like going after Gon or whatever. Pulcella is kind of like that with Blue Birthday in a way, but like not in a creepy way, but more in a going to like exploit you for your powers sort of way. And I just thought the whole idea of like them fusing together was funny, so that's what I did. So this is the cursed creation Philoka, Hisotea, I don't know, just and this is a design for a character they had for a story, but then they kind of scrapped the character, or at least the plot for that whole thing. And it's like an evil baby, pretty much. I like the concept. I don't know, evil baby characters are funny. This is just a page of me writing a weird dream that I had, and I actually made a painting for it, so that's cool. Unfortunately, I did not include the sword guy because I had no idea where to include him. And because also the painting is like, I made it kind of symbolic because the whole thing was just, this girl is like in this weird world, but her mom is like depressed in a bathroom because she has to clean it because her daughter's refusing to clean it. And I was like, where am I going to include the sword guy? So he's not in the painting, unfortunately. So this is for the other part of the zine thing I had to do for my class. Basically, I drew this girl and this eldritch monster and this sort of Marut style, and pretty much they're in love with each other. They're girlfriends. I'm so happy for them. So yeah, this is the first time I've really ever done like a color palette like this. Like, I've done black and pink, but not black and like a peachy pink. I would say that these two might be my favorites, just because I like how it looks. I was being a little lazy with the coloring, I won't lie. But also, I think the whole like wet and wet sort of splotchy watercolor kind of adds to the creepiness. So I do get a pass. By the way, they're not like official characters or anything like that. I did mess up here, but you know, because it's creepy, I got away with it. All the pencil smudge and the proportions on the characters are all out of whack. This is just like character design practice or something for my class or whatever, I don't know. So this is like the final zine that I did, and basically I just drew like a bunch of Lolita styles because I am in love with Lolita fashion. I really want to get like a Lolita dress, but I cannot afford them because, you know, they're really expensive. I have no idea what sort of jobs Lolitas have to be able to afford that lifestyle or all those dresses and accessories, so I'm gonna assume that they're either rich or they're just really good at saving money. But yeah, so I made a zine dedicated to like different Lolita styles. Gothic, Sweet, Hime, Aero Lolita, which is not really seen very often. I think it's like a very controversial style because like Lolita isn't meant to be like sexual or even, you know, sensual in any way. It's supposed to be cute. And then this was scrapped because I don't like how it looked. It was supposed to be girl Lolita. Then there's Pirate Lolita. There's so many Lolita sub-styles that I just had to kind of go to some of the ones that I liked. This was just, I think, casual Lolita, but I messed up on the coloring because my stick figure styles, the limbs are like black, but then the hands, like the rest of the feet, are like normal skin color. But I messed up and I made the legs not that, so it looks really weird. And this was actually, I think, the replacement for the girl Lolita. And then we have Punk Lolita and Steampunk Lolita, because Steampunk is underrated in my opinion. I love Steampunk. Oh boy, this is like the Philotea book. This is the most I've ever drawn of him. This is just something I saw on Pinterest. It was like an outfit, and I was like, this is very Philotea coded. Like the color scheme, everything, very Philotea. And this was like a dress. It was like something on Twitter. It was like, draw your OCs at like, I don't know, a Met Gala or something. But yeah. Oh boy, this is my attempt at mermaid, but then I think I just gave up because even when I draw stick figures, I just can't keep up with it. I'm just not good at like these art, like I'm not good at art prompt stuff like for months. I can do a week, maybe a few days, but I can't do a whole month. It's really hard for me, especially with school. This is based on a Tumblr post where it was basically this, where it said something about light, but he's writing in his book, and he's like doing that whole thing where he's just kicking his feet up in the air and giggling. And I drew up in the Dork Diaries art style because of the whole Death Note Diaries AU that I made. And this is anime George Washington, but I make him look like an anime boy. I made him look like, you know, George Washington. And I actually really like how this coloring came out. So these are my attempts at drawing, okay. So these are the human versions of Dragon Quest Final Bosses, but as heroes, which sounds really weird, and it is, but it's really hard to design them in that way, and also my stick figure style, because the whole idea was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I drew them like they're heroes of like their own game or something like that? And they're just, this is like the only good design in my opinion. All the other ones kind of suck because it's really hard to derive like a good design from their designs because they're evil, so they're not going to be easy to make look, you know, like heroes. And this is what they looked like originally. Now, mind you, I drew this back in like 2020 or something like that. I don't know. My stick figure style has evolved a lot, and I would say right now, currently, looks the best. Anyway, doodles. Oh yes, these are sketches for my icons for my Pretty Cure OCs. This is a Pretty Cure story called Toontime Pretty Cure because I was trying to think of really unique themes for like Pretty Cures, and like a lot of good ones are taken. So I was like, oh, no one's done like cartoons, so why don't I just do that? Wait, let me go back. This is Cure Toon, Cure Ink. Cure Toon is based off of like Rubber Hose, but more of like the cliche, very bright, bubbly kitty cartoon vibes. And then Cure Ink is like based off of like sort of like Betty Boop basically. Rubber Hose sort of, but also just more of like the, you know, what is it? 1920s like attractive female character type archetype for her character inspiration. Cure Pow, which is based off like comics, I guess, and then Cure Whimsy, who's based off of like, I don't know, I would think his whole color palette was actually just color picked from this Nickelodeon radio or something like that. So I guess you could say he's kind of like the early 2000s Nickelodeon-esque vibe of cartoons, or just the sort of wackiness of cartoons and how they used to be. Cartoons just don't have that same vibe like they used to nowadays. I don't know how else to describe it. OC duos, but it's alien stage OCs. This is Eileen, and this is Eileen going upset over Eric, who is her best friend, and he died. Eileen and Toon, who's another alien stage OC. Toon is like Till, but like 10 times more abrasive and over the top. And then more doodles of just me practicing like that. Really, really cute moe 90s, early 2000s anime style that I really think is underrated. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. I used to hate it actually, but now I love it. I think it's just, I don't know, something about it is just really appealing to me. Oh, this is the last day of class. I remember showing it was the last day of class, and I drew this, and I don't know why I drew it, but I did. And I don't know what this is. It's disturbing. Anyway, this is actually a really cute monster creature. I don't know what it's made out of. I think it looks like it could be yarn. Maybe it's like gummy worms or something. But it's cute. This is a collage I did, just something random. It's like a weird poem. Sinful, cursed, life arises from a simple yet elegant experiment. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds cool, so whatever. Anyway, just some doodles of stuff I did during class. Oh, I love these pages. Very maximalistic. This is for this, it was this thing on Twitter. This artist that I actually follow, I think, started it. Basically, just drawing cinnamon roll and my melody in these really cute boots. That's it. That's the whole thing. And I went all out for the page. I don't know why I did it, but I did, and I loved it. I had so much fun. And I really love how it came out. So, I'm gonna zoom in just because I love how much detail there is. But yeah, like I said, I'm a maximalist when it comes to like sketchbooks and stuff. So I'm very much a person that's into aesthetics and all that, so I do it for me though. I don't do it for other people, like kind of. Yes, it is fun to like see people's reactions on like YouTube, but also I do it because it's relaxing and it's fun just to look back on and be like, ah, this is so pretty. This is my OC wild style and the arcade, but everything looks crappy because I made everything look washed out for some reason with watercolor, so yippee. More OC stuff and doodles. This is Lazarus, and he's basically like a space elf. And yeah, he's like split half. He's split half and half for some reason. Nobody knows why. And he's very, very elegant. Okay, this is actually really weird, but like, I think in my current sketchbook, I have a similar page to this, like as in color palette and like stickers and stuff. You won't see it until like months later, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, it was just some like cutesy fairy tale thing. I like this. So this was based off of these dolls that I saw on Pinterest, and I thought, oh, they look like a cute girl friend group from like some early 2000s girly show. So I drew them. They're all wearing like these bunny outfits, but like fluffy bunny outfits, not bunny suits. And they're all really cute. I was gonna make them into characters, but I could not think of good names for them, so I didn't. Doodles, like dolls and stuff. And I really hate how the proportions on this character came out. It was based on this outfit I saw. I don't know. It was like a doodle or something like that, like a fashion doodle. So I was trying to make it like more detailed. Oh boy, this is based off a Tumblr post where basically it was like, oh, what is round 6 gonna be like? Because it's just gonna be Ivan and Till just staring at each other awkwardly. So I drew it, and I put hearts over their faces, not because haha ship, but because the pencils kept smudging onto the next page, so I had to kind of cover it. And then speaking of smooching, Good job, guys. Oh, I drew this, I think, never mind, I did not draw these, but I drew this on my California trip. I was at a train station in Chicago. Anyway, so this is a concept that pops in my head of, like, these alien creatures that are, like, made out of yolk and come from, like, eggs, and they wear eggs as outfits or something like that, but they have, like, in the world they live in is very, like, prehistoric, like, they ride on these chicken-like creatures. I thought it was really cool. I'm not good at killing chickens though, but anyway, I thought the concept was interesting, and maybe I could do something with it. I don't know, but I call them the bad eggs, even though they're not really bad. And also I gave them like these swirly cracks to make it more aesthetic, because I also thought it was kind of cool. And I was also slightly inspired by Dr. Stone for it, because I haven't watched that much of Dr. Stone, only a little bit, but if you recall, some of their cracks in their skin or whatever look kind of stylized, so that's what I was kind of going for. I did not draw in the sketchbook at all during my California trip because I just didn't have the time, so this was actually like near the end, I think. Anyway, this is me just practicing like these paints that I bought near like the end when we were about to, like, I think on the last like day or so, or at least the last 2 days or whatever. And these are me trying to sketch out like these character ideas that I had. It was the swordsman dude from that one Weird Dream, and this was actually based on a dude that I saw at the train station. He had like the coolest outfit ever. It was half black and half pink, and it was really cute but also really cool looking, and I was like, I need that outfit. It was really cool, and I wish I like drew the dude faster, but I didn't. But yeah, I just want to make a character based off that, but I never finished the design. So yeah, just me drawing all my 4 characters of mine that are like for like Pride Month, because it was all in June. So Diana because she's bi, Lovejoy because she's lesbian, Killer Doll because they're gender fluid, and Dulcibella because she is asexual. Oh, this is for a draw this in your style on Instagram. It was also a contest, but I did not win, sadly. Just like more doodles. This is actually based on this thing I drew when I was a kid of these cupcake fairies or something like that. And the one cupcake fairy had like a really weird messed up appearance. The other was just cute, and I don't know what was going on here, but you know what? We're gonna ignore that. Anyway, oh, these are my K-pop OCs. So basically, I have this K-pop group of OCs that are like, they're all basically supernatural creatures. That's like their entire group concept. And so this is Jaesung, this is Hanyo, this is Jungsu, this is Minjun, and here at the bottom we have Shanyo. So yeah, what a bunch of lovely chaotic dudes. And this is based off one of those incorrect quotes. So this was like towards the end of Pride Month. I had this really cool idea, but unfortunately I just didn't have the time to execute it super well, or at least earlier in the month. But basically it was like, I paint some stuff and then I put a bunch of stickers and collages on it for like different colors of the pride flags for things. So yeah, that's it. I thought, oh yeah, that's so cool. I should do this next year, but I don't want to run out of my collage stuff. So I had to kind of stop. It wasn't because I was trying to be like pulling favorites or whatever. I just thought, hey, you know, I need my collage stuff. So this is the non-binary flag. This is the MLM flag, and this is the bisexual flag. Oh, this is just sketches for the Light Yagami Dork Diaries meme video that I made. The group of characters. Okay, so funnily enough, I had a K-pop OC group a very long time ago, and my dumb self decided to give them away to this not this random person, but this person I was role-playing with. And we weren't friends or anything, so it's not like as if they really, I'm gonna sound mean when I say this, but it's not like they deserved the characters, you know? Like, if they were a friend, but we just were friendly. So I felt weird for giving them away, and I was like, man, I really want these characters back, you know? So I basically redesigned them in a way that their core design elements, like the color schemes, are similar, but their whole vibe is like different. But unfortunately, I don't think I scrapped, I think, these two. But I kept him. I like him though. And I put them into my other OC world. And then these three, well, these two, because I kept messing up on this dude, and the proportions are just terrible. I don't know what happened with my anatomy skills, but they just went out the window. This is just a thing I did back in high school for my forensics class. It was like some thingy. This is a redraw of this like fairy tale doodles of stick figures I did on like a, what was it, like those plastic thingies that you put in binders or whatever? I drew on that. So yeah. Ooh, art fight. Yippee. I really like this. I was trying to imitate that one My Million cinnamon roll thing from earlier, but the magic just isn't the same. I still like it, but not as much as I wanted to. And we're getting towards the end, so everything's kind of crappy. Gross. Gross. Oh, this is an art trade I did with somebody. I don't like how this looks, though. Like, I referenced the pose, but it looks really bad, just because you can tell it just looks bad. I don't know why my anatomy is so shit. This is a zine thing I did. I don't know. I just drew stuff. And then lady. Uh-oh, there's something on your bed. Creepy. Stuff. These are old, like, old as shit. These are like 2012, 2013-ish, like middle school. Crazy. I had this obsession with, like, doodles and shit back in middle school. This page is super stiff because I think this might be the first time I used, actually no, it was not. But I think I just glued a bunch of stuff on it. I don't know why. And as you can see, I'm just losing interest in the sketchbook, so I was just doing whatever I could to fill up the pages. Shit. Oh, something interesting. This is a possible idea for a character, but I never really fell through with it because just, nah. And this is a sticker that I made. No, I don't have like stickers for sale or anything. It was for like this, my art project for my class, or basically had to like make stickers or something for like this art sale or whatever, but unfortunately I don't think they sold that, or they sold that much, but I got like $5 out of it, so yeah, I didn't make much money. Ooh, got some interesting stuff. This is my OC Miriam, and she's a ghost because she died, obviously, and I drew something sad but sentimental, just because, why not? And this is Lacey with the Girls Go Game Girls. I cannot remember which is which for each, because I keep thinking that, like, she's Gwen, she's Grace, and that she's Gabriella, but no, apparently I think she's Gabriella, and she's Grace, and she's, I don't know. Basically, I drew them all with Lacey because I was like, you know, Lacey deserves to have friends, because she seems really miserable, so let's give her some friends. Yeah, very girly and Y2K aesthetic. Yeah, every time I get towards the end of sketchbooks, they're just really crappy, so I don't know what else to say. Ooh, only other good thing, Neko Sugar Girls fan art. I wanted to do something really stylized, so that's why her face looks like this, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but yeah, the best characters. And I forgot that the ears are not the same color as the hair. I messed up, and I'm so mad. I think that's the same for this, from Neko-chan, or whatever her name was as well. I'm so mad, but you know what, just, whatever, it's fan art of the greatest anime series of all time, so who cares? And this was a style, or watercolor experiment. And then, that's it. Oh, and this is based off of a doodle of, or like a anime figurine of Princess Tutu. So that's the sketchbook tour, and I'm looking at my recording, it's already long, and I did not mean for it to be long. I'm probably gonna cut out a bunch of stuff. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and also, be on the lookout, because I'm gonna have another sketchbook tour within the next few months, or whatever. I'm gonna try to space these out a little bit more, just because, you know, getting sketchbooks is kind of a pain sometimes, or especially to fill them, but I'll give you a sneak peek. Ooh, it's all fancy. It's very pink and purple. and it says draw. And you get to see the first page. Ta-da! Well, you already saw this. I posted this on my community page. But it's Blue birthday, and yeah. Happy birthday, oh my gosh. And this is the last of my birthday washi tape, sadly. This is the last I used it for, so yeah. Use it for a good thing. And that is it for this sketchbook tour. And I don't know when I'm going to post this, like I said, within a few months. Also, I am going to probably try to keep the editing more minimal for this one, just because it's easier to do. And I feel like it might be more, I don't know, bearable to watch, I suppose. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.